What is going on, everybody? And we are back from the dead. What's up? I am the BrettMan. I'm along with my good friend Destiny, and we are here today to talk about the horror anniversaries for the month of March of 2022. And if you're new here, pretty much what we're going to do is horror anniversaries for the month of March. But there's so many of them, and we kind of want to condense it and to spread it out. So what we'll be doing is we'll be celebrating them in the integrals of five. So it'll be like, man, I'm trying to do my math real quick. Like 1987, 1992, 1997, and etc. And then what we also decide to include as well is we're just going to celebrate 1 year anniversaries as well. So we'll be talking about pretty much one particular one from 2021 because the other ones are kind of weird. But we still wanted them to give their due. So Destiny, before we get started, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Woke up pretty early this morning, which I was happy about because yesterday I accidentally took a fucking 6 hour nap.
High five.
No, I was so mad. I woke
No,
up,
they're
I was like,
great.
are you fucking kidding me? I don't like That's my thing. I know a lot of people like to get more sleep when they're off. I'm the opposite. I like to
Mm-hmm.
sleep less so I can enjoy my time off more, and then I'll just try to sleep more throughout the week. So I was pretty mad about that, but shit happens, I guess. But I woke up early today, staying awake, watched a movie. So I've already had a pretty not busy, but more productive day than yesterday. So
Hey, there you go. And then we'll do the show, and then we'll let you get some more movies in, and there we go. But but yeah, trying to think. Oh yeah, I remember a story. Like I kind of like I didn't really fall asleep or took a nap for 6 hours. I actually slept from and this is when I was really sick, so they gave me some good medicine from like 10 o'clock at night, and I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And
mhm.
my parents got so worried, they actually had a key to my house, and they actually unlocked it, went in my house, and by the time they did that, I actually woke up and I went out my master bedroom and I stared down the hallway, and there was my dad. And it scared the absolute shit out of me. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing here? I said, Brett, do you have any idea what time it is? Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock, isn't it? No, it's 4. What? And then yeah, so that was what we call a heart attack of the day, like a good way to start off
Oh,
the
yeah.
morning.
One time I had taken a nap because I don't like taking naps, and it's pretty rare if I take naps. I hate naps. I've always have since I was a kid, and I accidentally had fallen asleep. And this is like I got home from school, it was like 4 o'clock, and I fell asleep. And I woke up and it was like almost 7. I wake up, started getting ready for school. I'm freaking the fuck out because I think I'm late for school. And my mom's boyfriend at the time, I was like, EJ, get up, we have to go. He's like, what? And I was like, we have to go. I'm late for school. And he goes, Destiny, it's 7. I said, I know. And he's like, PM. I stopped. What the fuck? Because it was also dark outside. So like I thought it was morning time.
Oh
I
my
like stood there and
gosh.
I was like, I had to look at my phone like 5 times. I was like, "Are you sure?" Because I don't remember falling asleep. Yeah, that was like one of the weirdest moments because I was like, "Where am I? What's
Oh.
going on right now?" So, good times.
But hey, I'm just letting you know, enjoy the 20s, because when you're 30s, naps are like what we call gold. So you will learn to appreciate the naps then.
Maybe they make me feel sick. Like I wake up and I feel like shit every time I take a nap.
Oh, it's complete opposite with me. I feel like a brand new human being. That's why I had to take a nap like during my break at work, so I can at least make it through the second half of my work. Because trust me, especially lately.
I wake up with a stomach ache. I usually have a headache. I don't know. They've Ever since I was a kid, I hate naps unless I'm sick. If I'm sick, I'll sleep. If I'm
Hmm.
sick, like I feel like when you're sick and you get sleep, that's like the best sleep.
Oh
I
yeah.
Something about it. Just being sick and asleep, it's really the best time. But I hate being sick though.
Oh yeah, being sick is the absolute worst. But oh, we got two people in the chat. I know it's Sunday noon, and I know people are out and about because it's sunny. So I know more people are outside. But just in case, we'll say hi to these wonderful people. What's up, Rob Kerr? How are you?
Hi.
And then Brother Fluff, wait till you hit 40s. You'll cherish those naps. Hey, I'm cherishing when I'm like 30. So like, even though my 20s, I was a pretty good napper as well. But 30, oh yeah, I'm like a pro at it now. So let's see here.
I can fall asleep really freaking early though. That's something that happened to me lately. Is if I really want to, I can lay down at 6, and if I watch something and lay on the couch, I'm gonna fall asleep. And usually when that happens, like I'm out for the night. I'll get up, brush my teeth, go to bed, and then I'm out again. So I can fall asleep early. I don't nap, but I can add 4 extra hours to my sleep time.
So the couch is your weakness.
Yes, the couch fucking puts me out no matter what. There's something about that couch. I lay there, I'm watching some YouTube, and that's how it happens every time. I'm just watching something on my phone and done for. It happens almost every time I lay on that couch.
Oh man, I need to buy that couch from you because couch is my favorite spot to take a nap.
It's missing a fucking cushion, so.
Oh well, hey, I'll rearrange. I'll work around it. So how much? No, just kidding. Rob Curse,
big too. It's a nice couch. My aunt gave it to me.
Is it leather or like?
No, it's like fabric.
See, that's what I miss. I got the like leather ones, and they're not as good.
I don't like leather couches, especially if I'm like hot and I'm like sticking to it. Ugh, it's the worst feeling.
Oh, it's so bad. Rob Kerr says everyone says 20 minutes to half an hour tops. Well, I double that because it's always an hour with me.
See, my problem when I do take naps, it's not short. Like I just said yesterday, so Bailey went to work. He wasn't feeling well, so he came home early. We laid in bed at like 10 a.m. And then, it was earlier than that. We laid in bed at like 9. And then I slept till like 2:30. So gosh. If I take naps, they're like 4, 5, 6 hours. That's why I can't nap.
Can we trade? No,
I wish I could. I would like to take at least an hour nap, but I can't do it, man.
Oh man, but well, I'm glad you're rested today, and I made sure to get plenty of sleep because I'm actually looking forward to some of these topics that we're going to talk about today, especially one particular because I'm just curious about it, and I didn't want to watch it first. I wanted you to watch it first, but I promise I'll watch it when you talk about it. So what we're going to do is, again, we're talking about horror movies for the month of March. And we are deciding where you're going to start. Destiny actually found movies from the 70s, so I couldn't find anything. So, Destiny, what do you have in the 70s?
Okay, so from 1972, which I have not seen either of these movies, but March 9th, Tales from the Crypt, which I have not seen, like I just said. And I looked up if it's in relation to the TV show. I'm assuming it is because the movie itself is an anthology. Thorn, get out of the fucking hangers. Oh, my God. Hold on. So I'm gonna keep talking. Next, I have Frogs from March 10th, which I have not seen, like I said, but on Dead Meat they had covered it on the podcast, so I really want to watch it. It's like an ecosystem horror, an ecological horror, whatever you want to call it. Sounds interesting. It's like the frogs are like poisonous or something and people start dying. So
oh hell yeah. Like so you're saying that the frogs victims they actually croak?
See, I don't think they get turned into frogs.
Or like they die like they croak.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they do croak in that sense.
So I promise that's my only pun of the day. So we got it out of the way.
That eliminates one.
Oh but so that's from 72. Is Thorn being bad?
Yes, he's being extremely bad. He's like, because in our closet we have like the top hanger, or like the top and then the bottoms where you can hang the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And before I got on, he's climbing up into the hangers. I don't know to where he's sitting on the parts like right through the hangers, and he keeps doing it. I don't want him to freaking hurt himself or get stuck in there.
Well, they got 9 lives, so
they do, and he's like knocking shit over on the ground and playing soccer with it.
Oh man, you gotta love Back from the Dead, where anything could possibly happen. You guys scared out of your skin last week, or last month, and
Yeah,
then now we got Thorn causing chaos. But
for real. And he was not doing this like an hour ago. But of course, when I have something to do, he wants to act up. All right.
uh, I guess he just wants his mother's attention.
Yeah.
But so that's from 72, right? Do you have anything from 77?
No, that's all I could find.
Alrighty. So be sure to check those out. And so we are going to go to see nothing for 1982, unless if you have something for 82.
Nope.
Perfect. So we're going to go to 1987. And before we talk about this one particular one, I got to know the movie that I suggested Destiny to watch is called Strip to Kill. And first off, what always gravitated for me is the poster. Because it kind of looks like something Joe Bobish of like what the last drive-in will actually put on one of their marathons. Which, by the way, new season April the 29th. We're excited. And this movie came out in March of 1987. And yeah, the audience score not very good. So Desi, this is the one I had you watch. What are your thoughts about it?
I liked it. It wasn't the best. It was a little bit slow, but it is a slasher movie. But if you look it up, it's like a sex exploitation movie. So they're strippers, and the strippers are dying like one by one, basically, even though a lot of them don't die. But there's some murders, and it's also like a crime drama in a way. So the policewoman, she is undercover, and she becomes a stripper working there. So it's pretty cool. It was pretty interesting, and it was something similar to X, how like this just feels like normal life.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do perform, you do watch like 5 different like dances, probably even more, which they are all pretty great, honestly. I was like, holy shit, how are they doing this? But it didn't feel like gross in a way, I guess. Like even though they're naked and dancing, it didn't feel like, I don't know. Like they
Kind of
weren't,
like they're throwing it all over your face.
yeah,
Like,
being like overly sexy, even though they are naked. They are still just dancing and performing, which I like that. It wasn't like them like touching themselves, or like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't being
mm-hmm.
gross, which I really like that. Same thing with Cam. It just feels like normal day life, and I like that. It doesn't feel like gratuitous in a way. So I liked it. It was slow. I gave it like 3 out of 5, maybe even 3.5. It did make me laugh a few times, like out loud. So it's pretty
Yes.
funny. It's like a lot of dry humor, which I like, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yes, so 2 in a row for good movies I suggested to you to recover from the tragedy that was Primeval.
Yeah.
So I was nervous about Strip to Kill because even though what I thought I was going to save it for you, it's probably some of the outfits that they were
Oh yeah.
wearing.
I like the
But
outfit.
I'm glad you liked everything else about it, so that's awesome. So as soon as this stream ends, I'm actually going to go watch it because I've always been curious.
It was good. More people should watch it. Definitely.
Hell yeah. Let's see here. Flame for Brother Fluff. I'm gonna just keep calling Brother Fluff. Say, seen them both. Y'all ain't missing much. There you go. And then Rob says, was it the thing or the thing 82? It's actually, I believe, 83, and it came out in July. But I have to look at my notes. But I do remember seeing it. It was supposed to be a blockbuster movie. Oh shoot! Come
It
on.
is 1982, but it doesn't say the month.
Ah, damn. See, dadgummit. I know it's July. That's all I know, but I could have gotten the year wrong. But you say it was 82.
Yeah.
Well, dadgummit. I was pretty close. So let's see here. If it's 82, that means sometime in July that we'll be talking about John Carpenter's The Thing. So hell yeah. So we got one other movie from 1987. This is one of the big movies we're going to be talking about today. And that is The Evil Dead 2 from the Evil Dead franchise. Came out on March the 13th. and 95 by the critics of Rotten Tomatoes, 89 by the audience, 7.7 on IMDb, which has an amazing score. If you also want to watch it, it's on HBO Max right now because, again, they're trying to promote for Evil Dead Rise that will be available on HBO Max. So, Destiny, what were your thoughts about the Evil Dead 2 when you first watched it? Because actually, this is how kind of like how our friendship actually began, from what I remember.
Yeah, from the Evil Dead movies, because I had only seen 2013, and this is when y'all were covering them, and you liked them a lot, and so you got me the Blu-rays for them, so I watched them for the first time. Um, I like Evil Dead 2. My favorite is the original, and I like that it's more serious, but I have this one probably as my third in the franchise because it starts to get, like, I know that's the point, like, it is supposed to be goofy and silly, but it gets a little bit too silly for me, mainly just because I like how, like, even though the first one is still silly, but it's also pretty, like, scary, like, straightforward scary. But it's still a fun movie. It's still a good time. I'm definitely want to watch it again because I've only seen it once. But I like it. I think it's fun. It's worth the hype, I think. It just wasn't, um, I guess, what I want from the Evil Dead movies.
No, and I am right there with you because because there's two types of Evil Dead fans. There are your comedy types that love Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, and then there are your serious fans that love the Evil Dead and Evil Dead,
Mm-hmm.
the remake or sequel, whatever you want to call it. There's so many people like talk about like it's a sequel, no, it's a requel, or it don't matter. It's just a remake and it's freaking good. That's all that matters. But the so I'm on the serious side of things, but I do enjoy Evil Dead 2 a lot because it actually is the movie that Sam Raimi actually wanted to make. If he had the budget and all that. So this was supposed to be what the Evil Dead was supposed to be all about. But I'm kind of glad it wasn't because if you got a movie called Evil Dead, I want dark and evil shit to happen, not like it be goofy and all that. But I do really like the Evil Dead 2 a lot. I'm definitely planning on revisiting it soon, like the whole franchise, because it's been a while, and I just need to remember like why I actually vote for this franchise to be the best franchise of all time in horror, because based off like quality and all the movies that are included.
And there's one for like everybody, like you can like horror but still have a little bit of fun. You can like goofiness, you can like fantasy, or you can like just straightforward horror and gore. So there's something for, which I really appreciate because you get a lot of variety within just 4 movies.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's actually a great point. I didn't even think about it because, like, we do go into fantasy territory with Army of Darkness, and that is the one where we get like the most memorable quotes out of Ash Williams, of like, "But oh, baby, that's pillow talk," or "And
Yeah,
there's my boomstick." Like
that
that
movie
is,
not my favorite.
yeah, just because it goes way out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I don't like period pieces. They're really not my thing. There's only
Mm-hmm.
a couple that I like, so I knew it was medieval times, whatever, and I was like, dang. That's the kind of things I don't like. It was silly for sure.
See, is that Army of Darkness? They should have called it the Medieval.
Or just medieval dead.
Oh, midi, even better. Like that makes more sense. But Army of Darkness, I kind of lose track of like, is this movie in the franchise or like I'm not sure what their thought process was on that.
Yeah, kind of a weird name.
Yeah, it really is.
Medieval dead's a lot better.
So, and that is the Evil Dead 2. So if you have not seen it yet, only came out, let's see here, about actually just the week, last Sunday, it actually celebrated its anniversary. So be sure to watch that and also give Strip to Kill a watch. So we are going to go to the 90s. Desi, do you have anything from the 90s that you see?
I have one from 1992 on March 12th, Demonic Toys, which this movie is a lot of fun. I really like this movie. It's a full moon picture, so you're gonna get something pretty crazy, and you do. It's just like it's a lot of fun. It's on, I think, Tubi, so you can watch it there. It's also one of my favorite kill counts that Dead Meat did. So I watched the kill count first, and every time I would watch it, I would just laugh. So I finally watched the movie, and it's a lot of fun. You can also watch it on Amazon Prime with Elvira. She like hosted the movie when she did like the 13 Nights of Elvira. So
Oh hell yeah!
it's just a lot of fun. The toys come to life.
Event just fuck shit up, right?
Yeah, so it's fun.
So hell yeah. I'm gonna have to add that because I kind of like out there movies, and that sounds like toys coming to life. Like that sounds like my kind of fun. So I'm gonna have to give that a watch. And that was from '92.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna have to look that up for sure. And did you see anything from '97?
No.
All right. I only got one from '97, and um, we won't go too much into it because again, we both have it on our watch list that we want to get to eventually, and it's loved by many people. And that is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series. If you want to watch them, they are on Hulu and Amazon Prime. It's a very well respected show, and this is what got Sarah Michelle Gellar very famous for this particular role, and it opened up the doors for like her playing Helen, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, Cece, and Scream 2. Not great success on those movies from her character perspective, but Buffy, at least she is a complete badass, and I hear nothing but incredible things. So, you got any quick thoughts about this show and how you're looking forward to it, or any thoughts?
Yeah, I plan on watching it this year. I've been trying to get through other like shorter series before I get to it just because it's 7 seasons, I think. So
Hmm.
that's like a lot more than me watching The Boys or like Haunting of Hill House. So I'm trying to get through these smaller series until I get
Hmm.
that so I can spend more time on it because it's going to take a lot more time.
Oh yeah, even though you got two more short shows to accomplish before you can get to Buffy. So
Yeah.
with Blind Manor and Midnight Mass, and
Then there's going to be another. I have to finish The Boys now, and there's going to be another season
hmm
in a couple.
yeah,
So
and how good is The Boys? Like I always hear things about it, and it's superhero related, so I would think I would like it, but it kind of seems like on the what we call the rougher edge of side. So real quickly, how was the Boys?
I am loving it. I love the first season. It's really interesting because I don't care for superheroes. So, like, I've been wanting to watch it for a while, but I don't care for superheroes. But finally, after seeing Scream 5, Jack Quaid, I was like, okay, I'm going to watch The Boys now. And
Okay.
it's really good. It is really, it's bloody. It's the superheroes, but most of them are not good people. Like, they're really bad people. And the whole thing is just like for money, for marketing, for what we see like now with like Marvel stuff. Like that's how it is, but in real life for them. So
Oh, okay.
it's really cool. It's really interesting. It's really fucking bloody. And it's weird. Some of the stuff I've seen has been really weird, but it's definitely worth the watch.
Okay, so going to grab my imaginary pen and I'm writing that down because right now I'm on Criminal Minds. So I want to watch something in between the two.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, I'm loving Criminal Minds right now. I'm on the first season, so it's a little slow because it's trying to set everything up. But I know when it gets past season one, yeah, it's going to be a fun ride.
Yeah, it gets really good, especially once Rossi joins the
Hmm.
team because I really like Rossi. Which I think is like for season 4. It's a not too long, even maybe earlier, but once he joins it, that's when like it feels like complete. What girls are in season 1?
I'm horrible with names, so I just know there's the brunette one, and then there's the blonde one.
JJ and is it Emily or is it I forget the other girl's name?
Uh, I've only seen like 3 to 4 episodes. I'm still like trying to get the names down and all that. I've just been giving them nicknames pretty much.
I can't remember.
Uh,
It might be because I know there's another blonde girl. I remember her being in there, but she's not in it for super long. But once
I-
like you have like Hotchner, Morgan, Spencer, Emily, JJ, Rossi, and Penelope, once you have like those, that's when it feels like that's like the Criminal Minds like my favorite because those are my favorite people. Because you start to go like a little bit earlier, kind of switching out a couple people, and then towards the later seasons, you're going through like a new character each season.
Oh
So,
hell yeah!
but that group is my favorite.
And that was season 4, right?
Something like that. I know it's earlier once Rossi joins. But my favorite seasons are probably like season 6 and season 7.
Okay. And
Favorites.
wasn't season 8 the one where it all hell breaks loose? Kind of like what you don't like about it?
That's later.
Oh, that's
That's
later.
later.
Okay, because I'm not
Yeah.
looking forward to that. But
Yeah. It sucks. It's later though, because it was like 2014 or 2015, maybe even 2016 whenever I was watching this. So that's way later because they went on until 2020. So
oh, okay.
yeah, it's later.
Alrighty, so I will keep everybody up to date on Criminal Minds on that, and then when Destiny finishes over the smaller shows and sees the newer season of The Lost Boys, we will give Buffy a try. So we'll be sure to do that for sure. Danner, what's going on? Good morning, Moo. I guess that's his new thing of Moo. And
Respect.
then Bacon Pew Pew, what's going on? Hello, ladies and Bert.
Hello.
And then Rob Kerr says, I'm watching The Sopranos and CSI. I hear nothing but great things about The Sopranos, and CSI is just a take it or leave it for me.
Yeah, I used to watch some CSI, but I wouldn't watch it like episode after episode. If my mama was watching it, I would watch it with her. I like
Mm-hmm.
the CSI Miami because there was one episode with sharks.
Oh, hell yeah. And plus, the theme song for that show is good too, for the
Yeah.
Miami one.
Yeah.
And I won't sing it, so but just if you know it, you know. Bacon Peepoo says Law and Order Special Victims Unit is my go-to LOL show. The Rookie and 911 are also badass. Yeah, Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I watched it on repeat constantly, and also it's kind of like a jump start to a lot of other people's careers too. Kind of like how you say Criminal Minds has like the special guest people. Special Victims Unit actually had that as well. So that's kind of like why I like Criminal Minds because they remind me of that.
Oh yeah, and like what's really cool with Criminal Minds is there's a lot of horror people in Criminal Minds. Like you'll see a lot of people in the episodes, like Tim Curry, Jamie Kennedy, fucking C. Thomas Howell. He was not a good guy. He was really bad. But they usually play bad guys. Robert Englund is in them, but he's not a bad guy. He plays like a person at the BAU, but he's in there a couple of times. So it's really cool to see all these horror people. Oh, in one episode, which is crazy, which I didn't realize, but it's one of my favorite episodes. It's called like Bloodline or something like that. It has Tobin Bell, which I always recognized Tobin Bell, but I didn't realize the lady was Adrienne Barbeau for the longest time, and they're in the episode together, and that's a really fucking good episode.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the celebrities come in yet, but I'm sure it's just when the show got popular, that's when they were able to get them. So I'm looking forward to seeing those and doing like the Leonardo DiCaprio point going, yep,
Yeah,
there they are.
and
Because
like,
I was like that for Dead Silence yesterday when I watched it, but I'll get to that in a minute.
oh yeah, I love seeing the people, and now like because I watched that as a kid, and now that I'm older and I know more of these people, and I can look back on it and be like, oh shit, like never knew that. That was this person in this horror movie I love. Like I never recognized them. So it's pretty cool. Pretty fun.
Hell yeah. So let me check the comments real quick and then we'll enter the 2000s. Um, Back from the Dead TV edition idea for the show. Hell yeah, and that's when we start the new year. I kind of wanted to include more TV shows in it. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer was kind of like our first big one we talked about. I've gotten a lot more written down. It's just when we get to them, we'll be sure to bring them up because they do deserve their craft. And just a hint, Scooby Doo, but I just forgot which year it came out, so I gotta look that up. But I easily wrote it down because I knew you'll talk about Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I love Scooby Doo.
And then I think Law and Order SUV. You mean SVU? I think that's what he meant. It's super fucking creative too. Yeah, it really can be. It's just like, and you can easily jump in as like at any point without truly getting lost.
Oh, also Jennifer Love Hewitt comes in on Criminal Minds.
Oh, does she really?
as like one of the people, like as one of the team members.
Okay, I need to know immediately so I can skip every other episode and just go. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that. But
That's towards later. I think it might be like season 10 or 11.
shit.
Oh, it's down there. But one of the episodes she's in, that's when I learned what sex trafficking was. Had no
Oh
idea.
shit.
And yeah, that was not a good thing to learn whenever I was young. I was like, oh, I could just be sold. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
So
that
it's important.
yes.
You learn a lot of things from Criminal Minds.
Hey, hey, better off to learn it early than late. So there
Yeah,
you go.
I'm aware.
Because
No one told me.
yeah, because I learned about what squatters are like a few days ago, and fuck those people.
I learned about that from Unfriended, Dark Web.
Oh
Oh wait, are squatters the people that like stay in your house without you knowing?
yeah, without paying too.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I was gonna say
Because
that.
the worst roommate show that's pretty much going crazy on Netflix right now. They have a
Yeah,
two-part. That's how bad this particular one was. They had 2 episodes to talk about his whole story.
jeez,
So
I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of, I think it's raiding or something. It's whenever you make a false report from a house, like they're gonna fucking bomb the place, and so like SWAT units break in their door.
oh shit.
Raiding or something, but that's also not good. That's also very scary.
No,
Don't
it's
do that.
definitely bad. If you ever sing "I See You" from 2019, the Helen Hunt one, it has to be the Helen Hunt one. It has something that I never knew existed too, and I don't want to say anything because it's spoiler. So if nobody's seen it, I don't want to spoil it. But it has a cool set of people with what they particularly do. So I
Okay.
suggest watching "I See You" from 2019 on Amazon. It's with Helen Hunt. That's a very important, or you're watching the wrong movie.
Okay.
So let's go to the 2000s. Do you have anything from 2002?
Yeah, from 2002 on March 15th, I have Resident Evil, which
Aha, that's what I got.
I have not seen. Um,
Yeah.
can't speak on it.
Yeah, but it's a popular video game franchise. That's why I said wanted to bring it up, though, just because it does have its fans. But I heard nothing but semi things about this particular one. So if you have Fubu TV, I'm not even sure what that is, to be honest with you. It's there. And then, of course, if you have DirecTV or Spectrum, it's there too. But I will check it out eventually. I still have the VHS tape in my spare room that I'm supposed to mail out to Nick ever since last year. So Nick Cooling, if you're watching this, I haven't forgot about you. I just gotta go do it. So there's that. Let me get some see comments and bacon. We're getting to that particular old hag, so I'm waiting for it. You know what my favorite Helen Hunt movie is? Oh my gosh, you just did not throw an Austin Powers reference out there. Have you seen Austin Powers before?
It's been a long time, so I don't even.
That's from the third one, for where Fat Bastard was sumo wrestling.
Okay, I've seen.
Yeah,
That. I don't. Wait, maybe. Back to me now.
maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
3.6. Wow. Yeah. Wait, which one was it? Here, let me pull it up real quick. Or Rob, what were you saying 3.6 for? Because sorry, I was checking real quick. So which one were you saying 3.6 for? And then Brother Fluff says that's swatting. Oh, is that it? Yeah, swatting. There was a
Swatting.
YouTuber that gave out his address, and his viewers started swatting him.
Yeah, that's really scary, and it was really scary in Unfriended Dark Web. That was really, because then they were like controlling, and they were making like him talk like as if he's gonna do like threats and stuff and like blow up a mall or whatever, just from like editing something. And they started playing the gunshots from his computers, so the cops think he was firing, and so they shot him.
Oh shit.
So
Uh,
that shit's really scary because they do that. They can just do that. That's something I always worry about, which I didn't know that was a thing until that movie. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Just
and
more
just
stuff
like
to be scared
why?
of. Why would you do that? That's terrible. But I remember when that happened.
And that was Unfriended, right?
Yeah, Unfriended Dark Web.
Yeah, I still need to see that, so I'm curious to check that out just to hear more about what swatting is.
It's
Um,
it's I don't know. I like the first one better.
the first one, all right.
If you're gonna
Uh,
call it dark web, you should make. I feel like they didn't do enough with the dark web stuff because the dark web is scary, but like they didn't do enough with it, you know.
mm-hmm.
So then, what's the point of it being called dark web?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you have such an idea, you should really exploit it. So,
Yeah.
let's see here. Do you have anything else from 2002? Because that was the one I had.
Oh, I have one from March 22nd, which again have not seen. Blade 2.
Oh hell yeah! You know why did I not include that? Just because I actually watched them lately, and yeah, it's definitely a horror has horror elements to it. So shame on me for not adding that to my list as well. So I'm glad you did.
Thought I would because I feel like I really didn't find a lot for this episode. Really,
Yeah,
last month I did
it's a
find.
slow month. Yeah, it's a slow month for March. So I couldn't really find much either.
The most I found was from 2021.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and
damn.
we will get to 2021 for sure.
Yeah.
For 2007, I actually this is a busy year for March. I had three movies. So I'll go through them real quick. If there's anything I'm missing, you let me know. Let's talk about the first one here, and that is from 2007, Behind the Mask, March the 16th. You can also consider this one of 2006. I just be seeing a lot of 2006, 2007. I just included the 2007 because we'll just have stuff like a kind of like an episode to talk about. And it has really good scores all around 76, 75, and 6.7. And I'm surprised it's not anywhere streamable because I actually saw this on Netflix from my memory. But I absolutely love this movie. Just pretty much what it is. It's pretty much making fun of the horror genre of how to create a horror icon and just to creating like the night of a slasher. And Leslie Vernon, the guy who plays him, super damn charismatic, and I think if he got miscasted, the movie would fail instantly. So they got a perfect guy to do it, and the movie is just so much damn fun.
I agree. I love this movie. I watched it. I can't remember if it was last year, maybe the year before that. I watched it on Shudder because it was on there for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so much fun. It was so good. I love the characters, like you said, Leslie Vernon. I think his name is Nathan. His last name starts with a B. So freaking good. There's a couple things like he improv too that just makes it so much better. And the way he's able to like flip from being super nice and you kind of let your guard down around him. And then once he like puts on the mask and it's go time, you're like, oh God. And I really like the way that it's handheld up until the end when it becomes
Mm-hmm.
like a real horror movie. That's just so smart. So I love the movie, the deconstruction, like you said, of a horror icon and how you make them and all the references and all the horror alumni in the movie. It was a lot of fun and it has a good sort of twist to it, which
Mm-hmm.
I loved because that specific twist is something I love in horror movies. So
Yeah, because you
it's
get
really,
lost for a minute, and you're like, "Well, wait a minute, I thought we were going this route," and then it just takes a whole different route. Yeah, I absolutely love that twist as well.
yeah, so good. Wish there was a second one. Really upset that the second one never, it didn't get the funding it needed, which is kind of crazy. I feel like if they tried now, they probably would be able to because more people
Mm-hmm.
know about it, you know, and there's like horror groups and stuff, but maybe someday.
Plus, it would be great too, like to see like a sequel side thing. So, okay, like you saw the original, now here's the sequel, and this is the steps we gotta take. So I think that would be really cool. Yeah, and I'm with you. I'm disappointed we didn't get a second one because they totally left it open for a second one.
Hmm.
Oh, what's up, Red Rusty? What's up, Brett and Destiny? You early horror birds. Yeah, we just figure we just get it knocked out of the way on Sunday so we can enjoy. Everybody can enjoy their afternoon and evening.
Okay.
And then Brother Flat says, "Love this movie. I usually watch this and You're Next back to back."
Oh,
Really, that's an interesting back to or double feature, but I love it because I love You're Next. So, let's see here. Okay, this is the one that you had me watch, and that is Dead Silent. James Wan and Lee Linnell, from March 16th of 2007, and when this movie first started, I agree with those ratings right there. And even I saw a review on Letterboxd from Haunted Hippie, which for some that know, that's Kylie. She's kind of said it best that this movie walked so Insidious could run. And I think that was actually a really damn good quote, because I wasn't like really big into this movie in the first act. But then when we got to the second act, things started to move real nicely, like the stories being revealed and what happening. And then, holy shit, the third act, and my mouth dropped to the floor. I had this at 2.5, but that third act and the twist immediately jumped to a 4 out of 5. I absolutely loved it. Mary Shaw, creepy, creepy. And then Oh yeah, and then of course the Leah point I did. I was like, oh okay, the doll's Billy, so we're not going to see a Saw reference. And then you see the Saw doll in the background towards the end, and I'm like,
there.
damn. So yeah, I absolutely love Dead Silence. So thank you for suggesting me to watch that movie because I've been wanting to see it for the longest time. But yeah, I had a really good time with it.
Yeah, I grew up watching this movie and it used to really scare me because I used to not really like dolls. Now it's like whatever, but dolls used to really freak me out. So this movie creeped me out a lot as a kid. Even like as I got a little bit older, I watched it one night at my aunt's at nighttime and I was still pretty creeped out. But Mary Shaw is fucking scary. That old woman, she's so good at being scary because she was also
Mhm.
in this movie called The Last Thing Mary Saw, which just came out more recently. It's on Shudder. She's also in it, and she's still creepy as fuck. When she's just like she's normal, but she's still scary. But I really love the movie. It just reminds me of whenever I was a kid, and the twist, I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? So
Yeah,
it's
like
really
that's what really saved the movie for me was the twist.
yeah, because it's something I wasn't expecting. But the doll's scary. Mary Shaw is scary. The whole idea of it's pretty scary, and yeah, I like it
Yeah,
a lot.
and I'm not sure if you probably will notice this now. Have you actually seen It Follows? I remember getting you the Blu-ray because we were preparing for the Lee kind of like Patreon watch party, but for some reason it still has yet to happen. So we're gonna have to
Where's
get
it
on them.
at?
Yeah, but have you watched it yet?
Yes, I've seen it before. I saw it like whenever it first came out.
Oh, okay. So you know Peter because when I was watching Dead Silent and when they did the flashback to young Henry, the funeral guy, that's freaking Peter. I immediately screamed on the screen, "That's Peter from It Follows."
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's
I never
like
saw
he
that.
played the kid version of Henry, so I knew
Interesting.
immediately. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. Let's see some comments right here. Still haven't seen Your Next. Danner, get the fuck out here and watch Your Next because that movie is absolutely gold. Like, I love it. I give it a 5 out of 5. I know it's not a 5 out of 5, but it is to me. I absolutely love it. So please go watch it.
It's great. It's really great.
Yeah, it really is. I can't wait to talk or like to actually do a review for it in the future. Red Rusty 66 says it starts slow, but then the sweet buzz kicks in. Yeah, and that's kind of like what happened. Like when we get to that second act, when the story progresses, I'm like, okay, I'm interested again just because they're finally getting to it. And I actually compared it to like a what we call a 2000 style horror film with insidious aspects into it. So it was kind of a nice mixture of that. And then, of course, Sanders says, two Billy puppets are better than one. Absolutely, they are. But nothing beats the Saw Billy.
True.
And then the last one I had is The Hills Have Eyes 2. And this is the sequel to the remake. Came out on March the 23rd. And the scores about what I expected, but I actually have a really damn good time with it. And Derek Mears is actually in it, playing one of the Campbell characters too. Even though he kind of had a shitty role in that. But yeah, with that one scene. But yeah, overall, I had a good time with it. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it's more fun than the remake, but I don't think it's better than the remake, you know? I
Mm-hmm.
think the remake is fantastic. This movie, it's not done as well, but it's also not as like serious, which I appreciate because the first one or the remake is pretty dark with
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the stuff. But this one, it's a lot more fun. It's not focused on a family, so for me, like the stakes aren't as high, you know, like because the first one is a family. This one is just, it's like the army people. So I'm like, okay, immediately, like I don't care as much because I don't know. Seeing them go, I'm like, okay, like whatever. But it's still a lot of fun. Still has some cool deaths. I still enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun. And there is, I will say, like you say, it is fun. And it's not as serious as the first one, even though it does have one particular scene where they actually kind of do infiltrate rape in it because, like, they were
Yeah,
trying to.
that's the one thing as I was talking, I was like, but there is that one part. Besides
Yeah.
that one part towards the later path. Yeah, but it's not as like gratuitous as, or like it's not as like, because it kind of hints at it. You don't see a lot of it, but
Mm-hmm.
in the remake, you see more of the
Of it.
rape scenes. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I could just left it at that. Like, yeah, okay, like you could just like hinted at it, but we didn't need to see it. Like I just felt like it just didn't fit with this particular movie.
yeah. The first one's pretty hard to watch, especially because like both of the actresses, I'm like the older sister, I know her from Hocus Pocus,
Mm-hmm.
so that's hard. And the younger, the blonde-headed girl, she's in a few things that I've seen, and so to see her like in that role, I was just like, oh god, oh no. But it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's a really fun time. So if you haven't checked out that sequel to the remake of The Hills Have Eyes, we both give it a watch. Like you're gonna have a good time with it.
Yeah.
Um, Danner says, not until you catch up on the classics I recommend. There's a lot of them. Yeah, I know. If you just send me a list, I'll watch through them so you can just watch your next. I will do anything to promote your next. Um, and Rob Kerr has to take off. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Rob. Have a great day.
Thank you.
And then Tom, what's going on, my friend? Saying, "Hey everyone, hey BrettMan, hey Disney. I'm about to clean my house, so I'll be listening." Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah.
So did you see anything? Those are the three movies I have for 2007. Did you add anything else?
Yeah, I have two more. I have one from March 6th called Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield, which I have not seen, but I'm going to mention it because it has Kane Hodder in it. He
Oh,
played,
nice.
and I think it said Michael Berryman as well, which he's from the original Hills Have Eyes. He's the guy
Hmm.
on the cover. So I'm pretty sure it also said his name on there, but I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
he
I thought
played
it,
Pluto, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So thought I would mention it. And then March 30th, I have The Host, which it's like a creature feature movie, which I haven't seen, but I've heard like a lot of people really enjoy this movie. So I want to watch it at some point. So yeah, The Host.
Hell yeah, and that's not to get confusion with the host from
Not
what Shudder released.
yeah, not Host, The Host.
Hmm.
Creature feature. And I wish I could remember the director's name because I think the director that did it, he has like a lot of, don't quote me on this. It might be the same director that did Parasite. I want to say maybe. I'm not completely sure, but maybe. Maybe.
All right. So let's see, and that was it for 2007. The ones you found, right?
Yes.
Great. See here. All right, we're about to enter the 2010s. And the first one, and Danner mentioned this one like in the comics for when we promoted the show today on Facebook. He recently talked about Silent House. So I know he's excited to talk about this in the chat. Came out on March the 9th of 2012. Excuse me, 2012. A little surprised by those numbers because Elizabeth Olsen. absolutely love her just because, again, she played Wanda in the Marvel films, and she's just, I think she's really super talented as an actress. So I've been wanting to check out Silent House for the longest time. Have you seen this movie, or if you haven't, do you have any interest in this movie?
I haven't seen that movie and I haven't heard of it until today.
Oh, well, there you go. So, hey, we brought it up. It has an anniversary, turns 20, or not 20, 10 years old this year. So, we'll both have to add this to our watch list for sure.
hmm
Let's see here. There he is, Elizabeth Olsen.
It's a
Uh,
lot of emojis.
yeah, with the drooling. So, you're going to have to clean up their faces while we get to the next topic. No, just messing. Let's see here. Oh, and this one, I'm a little confused about. So if anybody can help out with this one, Destiny, you included, because there's so much about this, and that's Sleepaway Camp 4: The Survivor. And I even wrote down notes for this particular one. If I can pull it up real quick. Because it said it came out on March the 23rd of 2012, but it has like some like film footage, and like it's all really all over the place. Like I was even more confused about it. I just wanted to put it out there just in case. Destiny, I know you absolutely loved the first Sleepaway Camp. So have you heard anything about this particular Sleepaway Camp?
Yeah, I think that's just like the like unofficial fifth movie, but I don't even think it's like a full length movie. Like I think it's like because I remember looking at that, and I can't remember if this is the same thing, but I remember finding like a 10-minute clip, and it just looks like people went out and filmed it and just made it a part of Sleepaway Camp.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not. I don't think it's like an official sort of anything, but it's out there.
Yeah, and I know you left Sleepaway Camp, so that's why I just want to at least include it, and just to say, hey, it exists somewhere in the world. And the one that's rare to find. That's the Return to Sleepaway Camp, correct?
Yeah, that's the fourth one.
Yeah, that's the true fourth one. So I'm not even sure what this fourth one is. The Survivor. So yeah, so that's the one I hear is extremely rare to find. So if you find it at a good price, you're lucky. And if I were you, I would sell it so you can make a lot of money, so you can buy more movies. Let me get this. If the mouse will cooperate, there we go. I actually like how Silent House is filmed. One long take. Obviously, there are some cuts, but it's a gimmick that I can't help but appreciate. Yeah, I'm with you. If you can do it right, it really pays off.
Yeah, if you can do it right, because sometimes what I just watched this movie not too long ago, and I noticed it was all. Oh wait, it wasn't a movie. I'm stupid. It was Haunting of Hill House. There was an episode where it's all supposed to like feel like it's one long take, and because I knew going in that that existed, but once I was watching it, it started to make me feel sick because I was noticing that there's no cuts and it was just the camera moving, and so I started to feel nauseous because I was. It was like I was there moving with the camera. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like forget about that. I just had to like look at the characters and not look at the surroundings because I was noticing it's one
Yeah,
thing. Um, it can make me sick.
yeah. It definitely does. I forgot that the haunted Hill House actually did that. But yeah, again, if it's done right, it's awesome. What's up, Wolfman? How are you doing? Mega Movie C's. And plus Elizabeth Olsen, lock me in a room with her and Anna Taylor Joy, and I'm set for life. Okay. I hope that works out for you. But what if they love giraffes? Yeah. Think about that, Danner. If they love giraffes, you're screwed. But Desi, did you have anything for 2012?
Yes, on March 28th, a movie called Girls Gone Dead came out, and I have seen this movie a few times because my friend Rebecca and I, when we were probably like 13 or 14, we would watch this movie, and we watched it a couple of times because the movie, they make some nachos and they look really good. So anytime we would watch it, we would want nachos. And it has Linnea Quigley in it.
Wait, who? Sorry, my mic cut out.
Linnea Quigley.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, so this is like a movie, like I was saying earlier. I watched this when I was younger, and I didn't know anyone that was in the movie. But as I got older, I realized, hey, that movie I was watching Linnea Quigley. So it's one of those times. It was like a retroactive, like, oh, I had no idea who that was at the time, but now like I love that person. So it's not a good movie, but it's fun. There's like a gorilla costume. I don't know. Girls Gone Bad.
You had me at gorilla costume.
Gorillas, nachos, girls dying. Yeah.
And I'll
Love
be
it.
honest, I thought for a second you were going to say Girls Gone Wild.
Nope, girls gone.
Damn. So do not confuse that because you will get a completely different result when you searching that on Google.
Maybe not completely different, but one won't be a horror movie.
Exactly. So let's see here. Anything else from 2012?
Nope.
All right. I got only one from 2017. Do you have anything from 2017? You might mention the one I have.
I have three.
All right. And what are those three?
The first one from March 10th, which I haven't seen, but I want to. It's called Raw, which it's currently on Netflix. It's the same director, I believe, that did Titan, which Titan is crazy. But Raw, I want to watch it. It's just one of those movies you might want to watch on an empty stomach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds like it from the name of the title. Like, it's like, are we going towards fresh territory?
Yeah. So Raw, I want to watch it. It's on Netflix, so there's that. March 17th. This is a movie I really want to watch called The Devil's Candy. I heard that it's like a music sort of like a rock and roll sort of horror movie, which I love. Like We Summon the Darkness, Deathgasm, fucking
Hellbender.
Hellbender, that's a new one. The one Lords of Chaos. So I like movies like that include like rock music into the horror movie. So I really want to watch that. And then March 24th, another one I haven't seen, but it's called Life, which I think it's like an alien movie. I'm pretty sure they were in space. I remember when this movie came out. I just never watched it. But it's like a sci-fi space, I believe, alien sort of movie.
Oh hell yeah! And you say you've seen it before?
No, I have not.
Okay. Yeah, like that sounds interesting to me. Like you have to do it like like the synopsis part. Like you have to really get me to it. For if it's a sci-fi horror movie, I'm really picky on those. But for the way you mentioned that one, that actually has me interested because just the title alone. Like, where can they go with that with life?
Yeah, like I remember from the trailer, I thought I saw like a plant sort of thing in space. Something like that. Maybe Jake Gyllenhaal was in it. I can't remember. I know there's like some pretty like famous people in the movie because I remember seeing the trailers for it.
Oh, there you go. Hey, at least that's probably better than dealing with a xenomorph. So I'll take my chances on that.
Probably, maybe.
Then, sorry, I want to get these comments, and I'll mention the one I found for 2017. Dana just wanted to make it clear, hey, y'all love Jurassic, and I still love you. You know, that's probably the nicest thing I ever heard Dana said in my entire life of knowing them.
Write this down. Mark it on the fucking calendar, man.
Yeah,
We
taking a picture. Yeah, we love him too. We give him a lot of shit, but we love him. And then Red Rusty 66 says the Devil's Candy is just a total horrorgasm, very unique. Life will make you scream at the end in a very frustrated what the fuck way.
Interesting.
Yeah, so those are going to be moved up a little bit on the watch list right there. So thank you, Red Rusty, for letting us know that. And then the one I found, and I think you watched this one recently, I think this year actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the Belko Experiment from 2017
Oh.
that came out on March the 17th. Numbers are about what I expected, but just from the poster, and it kind of easily like screams to me Mayhem that's on Shudder. That this looks like an absolutely blast of a time, and I definitely know you've seen it. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, that was like my first. Because like this year, I was like, I'm right on Letterboxd. I'm saving all the first time watches I did this year. So like, no matter what year they came out in, if I've watched them for the first time this year, I'm putting them on my list. This was the first one that I watched of this year because I found the DVD at like the Dollar Tree for $1, and so I got it and I finally watched it and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Um,
And it
the
has Tony Godwin. Is that his name? The main guy. Play. Okay. He's the dad on the
Last House on the Left.
remake. Yeah, the dad.
Yeah, yeah, he's one of the main characters, and that man is hot. And he's like 60 something. I looked his age up while I was watching. I was like, oh my God. I didn't realize how old he was, but he looks great. I mean, that wasn't that long ago. So he still looks great. I was like, shit, okay. But he's hot. The main guy, the guy that's on the poster, he plays the bad guy in Hush. Um,
Oh,
he's
nice.
the masked guy. He plays the main guy in this, which he's really good. The movie was really good. I liked it a lot. A lot of the deaths were like actually like sad. There's a couple of them where I felt like genuinely like just sad for them. I was like, oh my God, why am I feeling this way for this movie? But the deaths were really cool. Some of them have a lot of like feelings in them. Um, there's like a little bit of like CGI that isn't like the best, but like the practical stuff looks really good. I liked it a lot. It was a fun movie.
Hell yeah, and that's what I wanted. So just for you to talk about how fun it is, that makes me feel better for when I watch it. So are you team Belko Experiment or are you team Mayhem or Mayhem?
It's kind of hard because Mayhem has Samara Weaving and what's his name? Steve.
Stephen Yeun.
Yes, thank you. Which again, that man is so fine. Has both of them, and they're both great. And I'm a fan of Joe Lynch, big fan of Joe Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
But also like that movie, I don't know, because I feel like that movie is more playful than the Belko Experiment. Like the Belko Experiment, it has some funny jokes, but it's pretty straightforward. Like once shit starts going, it gets going. Mayhem, it's more of like a lighter watch. So I might give it to the Belko Experiment just because I feel like it's more fucked up. But Mayhem, you have two great leads, even though
Mm-hmm.
these actors are also great in the movie. So it's really hard, surprisingly. And they both came out the same year, I think.
Oh
So
wow! You first off, you surprised me picking the Belko Experiment because of how much you love Samara Weaving and just her style of character, style of actress she's in, or that she does like to offer a character. So I'm actually really surprised. So now the Belko Experiment goes even way higher on my watch list.
I would have chosen Mayhem. There's a couple things I didn't like about it. I didn't like the end, how he's just like painting. And it's just like one of those like, that just happened. It's like, yeah, it was like a crazy day at work, like the kind of like monologue through the movie I didn't care for in Mayhem. And also like the weird, like once it goes to like the sciencey stuff, when you're like focusing in on something like sciencey for the movie, I didn't care
Mm-hmm.
for that. And I want like Samara Weaving to just go full on badass, like she has a
Mm-hmm.
couple moments, but like how she is in Ready or Not, when spoiler alert, she's killing the mom. I want to see her like that for a whole entire movie. So if
Mm-hmm.
she would have been able to do that, like if she was able just to be a complete badass the entire time, I would have really liked that. But I like their banter, like when they punch each other and they're like spitting at each other. Like to me, that's fun. If I could have had more of like craziness the whole movie, I probably would have chose it. But I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It could have done like more, in my opinion. I still like it, but it could have definitely stepped up some of the something. Could have stepped up something.
Yeah, and that actually now just I'm thinking of an idea that could be a good slash it out episode. The Belko Experiment
Yeah.
versus Mayhem. So hell yeah. So again, I'm moving the Belko Experiment higher up just because oh, go ahead.
Sorry. One of my problems with both movies, though, if you're at an office, like that's your setting place, I want to see you use more.
More
Use
like
more
office.
office supplies. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like neither movie really did that. Like, there's a couple of things in the Belko Experiment. There's a couple of things in Mayhem, but like in Mayhem, she's using like the like
The nail.
screwdriver. Yeah, like I don't know. Like, yeah, you could probably find that, but like I want to see fucking like in Belko Experiment. There's something where someone takes the blade off of like the like,
Yes.
cutters. Like I want
Hmm.
to see more of that. Like your surroundings, use that. The Belko Experiment. There's also a lot of guns, which the guns are at the place. But I'm like, I want to see, crazier, like fuck up the office bad from you, like tearing shit using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like the blade thing, like every time I look at that blade cutter, paper cutter thing, like I always think, like, what if somebody were to get pissed one day and take that off? We all be screwed.
Yeah, that thing's sharp as fuck.
Oh, dude. Oh, so sharp. So, oh gosh. First, a joke. What do you get when you cross an owl with a bungee cord? I know this freak.
I don't know
My ass. Like that's from a movie from Kung Pao. So Danner's just being Danner. Um,
it.
and then Red Rusty 66, Belko over Mayhem, in my opinion. Belko does it for real, where Mayhem is just plays with it. And
Yeah.
that sounds like a good comparison for what you've been saying the entire time.
Yeah, like Belko Experiment, like once it starts, it just keeps going. It doesn't take like moments to like kind of fuck off a little bit, like have fun.
Mm-hmm.
How you do in the or Mayhem, it's like, and it's dark. It's like a lot of the deaths. I was like, oh my god, like, I don't want to be watching this because it's just like upsetting. Not even so sad for the character. It's just like upsetting to see them like slowly die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I can't wait to see the Belko Experiment. You got me more excited to watch it now, and to also revisit Mayhem because, uh, and how did Samara Weaving say Mayhem? Mayhem or Mayhem? Because of that podcast you made me listen to.
Oh, I don't know. Probably like I think it was like Mayhem.
Mayhem.
But I just say, I just say Mayhem.
So that's from 2017. And I actually, oh yeah, you did that already. So we are in the last stage of it, just the 1 year anniversaries, and we have a lot of unique ones. While we also have one that I felt like really stood out in the horror community last year because everybody loves this one particular actress because of one sudden resurgence of a franchise. But we'll save that for last. So, Desi, what are some of your movies from 2021? We might have some the same.
Okay, I have 6, but
Oh
I'll
wow,
save
I
that.
got 3 except for that one.
Okay, I'll save that one for last. So besides that, which I've seen some of these, and some of them are the others are on my watch list. So the first one, The Stylist, which I have not seen, which I haven't heard great things about, but I want to check it out at some point. The next one is called Lucky, which I did watch. It's on Shudder, and it's written by Bree Grant, and she's also like the star of the movie. So that movie was pretty cool. I liked it. The next one, also on Shudder, Stay Out of the Attic, also known as Stay Out of the Fucking Attic, which I want to watch. That one seems pretty fun. Another one I had started to watch, but I didn't realize like it's in a different language. Like some of them speak English, but they have an accent because I had started watching at work. But if I'm gonna watch that, I can't watch that at work. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have to be able to like read the subtitles. So I still want to finish that one because I heard it's pretty good. The last one I saw Slacks, which I know some people really liked it because it was silly. I didn't really care for it. I thought it was kind of dumb. But I watched that after the Halloween Kills drink along. I lay down and watched some of that. I had to finish it the next morning. But Slacks, yeah. And then the other one.
All right, and then the actually I'm surprised because I found like 3, and none of them you mentioned. So that's interesting. Because I thought you were going to say the ones that I mentioned, but I love how you mentioned those. So that's awesome. So I'll go ahead and add to what you have added. I got Dreamcatcher, March the 5th of 2021, and that is available on Hulu. Then I also found we mentioned Dark Web earlier. This is Dark Web Cicada. I'm
Cicada.
pretty sure Cicada. Uh,
Cicada.
all right.
Cicada.
what Destiny said, because I know I butchered it, from 3301, March the 12th. That's also on Hulu. And this one, Aiden, I want to give him a shout out because he brought this up to my attention when I found that Phobias from March the 19th on it's available on Hulu. That the people behind Radio Silence actually produced this movie.
Interesting. And also, I'm pretty sure the girl from The Babysitter, the one, she's also in Pitch Perfect. She doesn't talk a lot, in Pitch Perfect.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
pretty sure she's in Phobias because Spooky Astronaut's a YouTuber I watch. I was watching like one of her old videos and she like had mentioned this movie, so I'm pretty sure she's in it.
And the scores actually are not quite terrible. So I might actually put this on my watch list just because, like, I'm kind of curious to see where they go with this particular. Just exploring all the phobias out there.
Yeah, I think what it is, it's like something like this guy. They're all like at this place and they all have different phobias and they have to like. I think they're like put through their phobias or something like that. So, and it's not a very long movie because I was planning on watching it one night and I was like looking at the runtime. I think it's pretty short, like an hour 20 something minutes. So
Okay, well, I'm adding it to the watch list then because that idea, that concept of a horror movie actually sounds really damn cool. So, Van, do we want to go ahead and mention the last movie to talk about?
yeah.
Let's do it. So that is going to be Sun. That came out on Shudder last year on March the 5th of 2021. This has Andy Matichek in it. This is kind of like her first role away from the Allison character from the Halloween franchise. And the critics actually really enjoyed it, but the audience, from looks like, they really didn't enjoy it. And that kind of surprises me because I think Andy Matichek is a really talented actress. And I thought she did a really good job with this movie. Is this movie perfect? No, but it does explore a lot of unique things of, like, with the kid and all that, and just Andy Matichek playing that mother role. But she from my understanding, when she did the interview with Wham, we watched the movie. She really enjoyed her time on the set of Sun. Desi, what are your thoughts about Sun?
I really enjoyed this movie. It has like a lot of the stuff I like in the movie. It deals with the devil and it deals with cults and it deals with stuff like that, which I really like. So I thought it was really good. It was kind of interesting to see her play a mom because we watch her play a high schooler in Halloween, and then we watch her play a high schooler in Halloween Kills, and we're gonna watch her play like a young adult in Halloween Ends. So it was just interesting to watch her play a mom because
Mm-hmm.
the age of the kid and how old she is in real life, like it makes sense. Like it could have happened because she's like I think 30 or almost 30, but it was just so weird to see her play a
Not
mom
the
after seeing
mother.
her play a high schooler. And there was a scene that I wonder if it's like because it's really similar to what happens in Halloween 2018 when she's like running to the neighbor's house. There's a scene in Sun that's just like the exact same thing. I was like, I wonder if that's supposed to be like a homage to Halloween 2018 or if it just happened to be like on accident because it's so similar to when she's like screaming, running out the house to a neighbor trying
Mm-hmm.
to go in. So I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I really liked the movie. I thought it was really good. The ending of it was pretty surprising. I
Yeah,
was
where we
like, oh,
actually,
shit.
like, saw, like, yeah, the thing, like the creature at the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that was like, what the hell is that? Like, looked like the creature from Antlers.
Yeah, it looked crazy. It looked like it had teeth on it everywhere.
Yeah, and yeah, we even have people popping in when we mentioned the word Sun. So hell yeah. What's up, Chris? I really like Sun. Unfortunately, not really any rewatch value there, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's one you really have to be in the mood for in order to rewatch it.
Yeah, I agree because it's a slow burn. I really liked it, but like Chris said, like I don't know if I'll ever go back and rewatch it or maybe like years down the line because it's not a feel good movie. It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
upsetting. Like it's pretty like depressing, I guess. Like there's nothing like at the end that's like, yes, redemption. No. It's just bleak. The movie's bleak. That's what I'm saying. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a movie. But it was good. But yeah, I don't probably won't rewatch it
Yeah,
anytime
it's
soon.
like that or Slacks. I'm probably going to go with Slacks, but No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Red Rusty says horror fans always have to add 3 points to any Rotten Tomato, IMDb, or Letterboxd score to be of any real consideration for a horror fan. I've never actually thought about it that way. I think that actually is a true statement. With how well, just with some, but and then Snot Chris being a smartass. Is Andy Manichek an evil bitch too? I did watch along with him last night of the Final Destination, and for some reason I popped up Pocahontas is an evil bitch, and then Chris is playing off that, so that's what he meant by it. And then J-Man says, Sun was awesome. Yeah, and again, I really liked what Annie Matichek did. Like he said in the next comment, great performance by Matichek. Yeah, and I want her in more horror movies, and that's why I'm actually excited for Halloween Ends to End, because I want to see where Annie Matichek goes from there. I don't want her just what we call to be forgotten.
No, she definitely should be in some more horror movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely agree on that. So, let's see here. That's actually all I had. Like again, like we said, not much for the integrals of 5 of 17 and 02. So that's actually all I have. Destiny, is there anything you want to go about for the movies we talked about, or do you think we pretty much covered everything?
I think that's pretty much it. Like you said, there wasn't a whole lot, but there were some pretty good ones.
Yeah, like a lot of good ones we talked about. I even did a poll with my opinion of the 4 movies. I asked favorite horror movie from March. I put down Sun, Dead Silent, Behind the Mask, and Evil Dead 2. And the results out of 16 votes, 56% went with the Evil Dead 2, and 31% went with Dead Silent, 12% with Behind the Mask, and 0% for Sun.
That's not surprising.
It's not surprising. Again, not that it's bad. It's just like you said, it's one of those movies where no rewatch value, and it's just not what we call the happiest of endings. So yeah, that's probably where it turns a lot of people off on it. So yeah, again, that is pretty much short and sweet. Hopefully, we will have a lot more movies to offer you for the month of April. There better be. That's my birthday month, so we've got to do everything times 10. So Destiny, do you have anything coming up like on your Instagram? I know you're doing the Final Girls. Kind of like show with Winter, Mia, and Victoria on Instagram, or even the Fear Freaks. You got anything coming up on that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have an episode tomorrow for the Fear Freaks. I'm pretty sure. And then Thursday, us 4 ladies, we're going to be on Flopbuster. We're going to be talking about X, which I'm really excited about. I think that's about it. I'm not quite sure.
Awesome, and guys, I got her socials in the description below, so you can follow her on Instagram, Twitter, and so for like all of the like ways to keep up with Destiny, because she is very busy on being on other people's channels, and she does a great job. And then of course I got her like the Facebook playlist of or I'm sorry, the YouTube playlist of the Fear Freaks in the description below. So if you want to catch the previous episodes that she and Braden do, they do such a phenomenal job with that. So all that is in the description down below.
Yeah.
And then what's coming up on Good Real Hunting? We'll be pretty busy. I'll be pretty busy. Brad's decided to take another vacation without me, jerk. Tomorrow I will be on Chris Snyder's channel. We'll be doing Captain America: The First Avenger watch party. Then Wednesday, I'm actually really looking forward to. I'm bringing on Mel from My Killer Podcast, and we'll be doing a watch along for The Lost Boys. It'll be my second time watching. It's one of her all-time favorite movies, so her job is to make sure I love this movie. And then right after that on Wednesday, I'll be on Matt Fauci's channel. We'll be doing a Watch Until You Drop episode on Dr. Giggles. So, Destiny, have you heard of Dr. Giggles?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but it has Larry. Fuck, what's his name? I just made a post about him the other day because he's in one of my favorite Tales from the Crypt episodes, which I didn't know that was him. It's one of the Christmas ones, but he plays the Killer Santa, and he's also in The Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, and he was in Darkman, which I just watched recently. So
Oh, with Liam Neeson. Hell yeah.
yeah. So he plays like the main bad guy in Darkman. So
Okay, yeah. So that's
he
good.
plays Dr. Giggles.
Okay, so like Matt, Matt is worried sick about that movie. Because again, we're going in completely blind. We haven't read a synopsis or anything. So do you think that I know you haven't seen it, but do you think we'll be okay?
I don't know.
I don't
I don't know.
know, but
I think
mate,
a lot of people like it, so maybe.
hey, there you go. And it's because of what we did with the wheel, that was Brandon Melcham's choice. So we're going to be watching that for him. So that would be on Vachi's channel at 9:10 this Wednesday. And then Friday, I'm going to be doing well, actually, probably not Friday, but Saturday, I'll be releasing a review for Zach's fan film of Scream Legacy. That comes out this Friday at 8 o'clock. I've been looking forward to it for the longest time. So I'm glad he's finally able to get the film out there. It's available on his channel on Wednesday. I believe it'll be at 8 o'clock start time on that if you want to watch it. And then I'll do a review on Saturday. And then Sunday is the final four and the finals of the real March Madness, where we'll be deciding who is the best or which movie is the best 80s movie of all time. Now, I know Destiny's giving me that evil look because, again, I tried to put Back to the Future in it, but it's going to be between The Shining, The Terminator, Raising Arizona, which I'm not sure why, and then Die Hard. So if you want to know the results of that tournament, that would be next Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern time. And I tried. I know I'm sorry. I tried. Back to the Future to me is a way better movie, but
I haven't even heard of Raising Arizona.
it's just okay to me, but apparently Brad and Chris love that movie, so I just have to suffer through it. So but that is it from us. Back from the dead. We appreciate everybody spending their noon, afternoon, or depending where you are, might even be early morning. We appreciate you hanging out with us. We will see you for the next month of April. And until then, have a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of here.